Good morning. I've done something foolish, and now I'm paying for it. I'll talk about that in just a second. My wonderful kids got my wife a brand new stove, and we had put the old stove out into the garage, and over the holidays we were getting rid of that. Well, my son-in-law and I were loading the stove onto my dad's trailer, and it began to tip to the left as we were going up the ramp. Well, being a manly man, I reach out my left hand and I grabbed for it. My son-in-law grabbed it also, but I overextended, apparently, something in my back, and I didn't notice it that first day. Well, I went on about my day and, felt a little, off, I guess. I went to bed that night, got up, and practically had to crawl out of the bed. I spent the next day in a kind of misery, lots of pain in my back. I ended up at the chiropractor, who gave me an adjustment and did some therapy and told me to ice it. But I had no pain medication, so all I had was just ibuprofen. And this pain was like in my body. And it has been in my body for about 6 or 7 days now. Now, fortunately, it is tons better. I can now sleep in the bed and not on the floor or in a chair or on the couch. But I still feel this pain. The back pain is much better, but now it's into where my sciatic nerve was hurt. And if you've ever had a sciatic nerve pain, it's just this constant pain. It's not a pain that stops you from doing stuff, but it's just this constant, irritating, aggravating pain. Now, I know that will clear up in a few days, or I may have to go back to the chiropractor, but it's a pain that I notice. It affects everything I do, every single moment of my waking life, whether I'm sitting in a car doing my crossing guard duty or trying to teach my classes at school, or just trying to relax at home, watching television or wanting to go for a walk, or whatever I might decide to do. That pain is there and it just never ceases. Now, eventually, I'll get better because that's how we're made, and God has given us that wonderful body that can heal itself. So often. And I've had this pain before, so I know what it is and I know how it works. But the thing is, there's a kind of pain, folks, that works kind of like that, but it doesn't go away. And that's a spirit pain, a pain in your spirit. And sometimes people don't even know what that pain is about. C.S. Lewis once said, I'm paraphrasing, I'm looking for something and I can't seem to find it here. Everything seems to be, I try to attain certain goals and it just never seems like it's enough. Like, isn't there something else? And C.S. Lewis says, maybe that's something else you can't find in this world. Maybe it's in the next, and that's where you will find perfect satisfaction. And that's a kind of pain. But there's also this deep-rooted sadness in so many people. Do you know depression has increased? Do you know depression is up higher at higher rates than it's ever been in the history that we've recorded it? It is like at the highest levels now that it's ever been in this country. Why? I think it's because people are experiencing a pain in their spirit, a pain in their hearts and in their souls. Because so many of us, so many people, have turned away from the way things used to be presented to us. They've walked away from what most of us has accepted as truth in the past. They're looking for something to soothe their soul. Sometimes they try it in materialism or jobs or other people or love or lust or possessions or notoriety or variety. But they will never find it because that thing that is hurting inside their soul that won't go away is a need for salvation from Jesus Christ. It's a need to heal that spiritual wound that's inside. And the only one that can do that is Jesus. He's the only one that can take that pain and make it better. Does that mean you'll have no suffering? Of course not. But what it means is you can find peace, and you can find joy, and you can find happiness. You can find that contentment, that spiritual contentment, and that pain that is inside of your heart and in your spirit can go away and be replaced by joy. So just like my chiropractor who helps me get better from doing something stupid, Jesus can help us get better from doing something stupid. And that longing that's within you will never be satisfied until you find the truth. And I hope you do. Have a great day. Be kind to each other. See you next time.